Now on the Charlotte Becky stuff, Becky Lynch appeared on the Sports Illustrated media podcast, and she addressed her real-life heat with Charlotte Flair. This is what she said. "I don't know, man. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk. So all I'll say is the locker room needs a hero sometimes, and sometimes somebody's got to be a hero. I'm all right being that hero. That's what I'll say on that matter." She was then asked by Jimmy Trina if having real-life issues with someone makes things more difficult when they work together, and this was Becky's response. "Oh, 100% more difficult. That's the thing. When you've got two people that are wanting to work together to make magic, then you make magic. Sometimes when there's hostility, when you can't trust that person, you never know what's going to happen. You always have to be on guard. It's like a game of chess. You have to be thinking 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps ahead. What are they going to do? How am I going to handle it? This business is built on trust. It's built on working together. That's the art of it. That's the beauty of it. If I make you look good, you make me look good. It's an art. It's a beautiful art. It's an art I love." Boy, she loves art. "It's an art I love much." Maybe she liked Art Donovan, King of the Ring, is her favorite pay-per-view. "It's an art I love more than anything. If people don't know how to make that art, then it becomes difficult. It becomes tricky. And you never really get the full potential. But there's intrigue there as well, because you never know, was that meant to happen? Was that not meant to happen? What's going to go down?" There's interest in both ways. One way, it's the beautiful, pure art of pro wrestling. The other way, it's a bit of a shit show. So we'll see what happens. And when she was asked point blank if she trusted Charlotte, she said, "No." Now, I do believe the incident between them a few weeks ago backstage was legit, and I do believe they're not nearly as close in real life as they used to be. Charlotte admitted as much on Renee Young's podcast months ago, before any of this even went down. But this was clearly a response that was designed to build interest in their match at Survivor Series. I watched the interview. I didn't just listen to it. I watched it. I could see her on screen. This looked like someone playing up a real-life situation to try to get some extra Peacock subs for the pay-per-view. And that's what you want to do when you're trying to build interest in a match that isn't all that interesting without it. What is the appeal in heel versus heel Becky Lynch against Charlotte Flair? If not for the draw of, will they shoot on each other? The answer is no, by the way, in case you were wondering, but it's all they have to go on. If you don't have that, you have a rehash of a feud from a few years ago. There's not a lot of real heat on this otherwise because they decided to turn Becky. Charlotte's already a heel. There's nothing on the line. They're both champions, but obviously it's non-title. You have nothing, if not for the hook of, will they shoot on each other? That's all you have. So I believe that there is some maybe trust issues there, and they're not as friendly as they used to be, but they have to play it up, and that's all this was. It doesn't mean that the stories we heard a few weeks ago were not true. It doesn't mean that there aren't issues between the two of them. It just means that, wisely, they're playing the only card they really have to play at the moment. And speaking of Toni Storm, she made a rare appearance on this show. Her whole career since being called up in July has been one rare appearance. She interrupted a very annoying Charlotte Flair promo where she got the crowd to chant, "Becky, uh-oh." That's the new thing they're trying to get over now. They want the crowd to chant, "uh-oh." That's the new thing they're trying to get over. This was dreadful. Until Toni came out and pointed out that Becky defended her Raw Women's title on TV recently, so how about it? How about Charlotte, you defend your title against me tonight? And Flair rejected her idea and walked out. They need to start being consistent with Toni Storm's appearances. You know, Sasha Banks has a feud going on right now with Shotzi. Sasha against Toni Storm is a destination they need to eventually get to. But there's no reason that she can't be on TV either every week or every other week, racking up wins in the meantime. It does her no good to show up on TV, win a match, and then not show up again for 6 weeks. Or even worse, show up and lose, like she did to Zelina Vega in the Queen's Crown, and then not show up again for 6 weeks. There was a website that had a report, I don't remember exactly where it originated from, but they were defending WWE and saying, oh, you know, Toni Storm is not forgotten about. Fans think that she's forgotten about, but No, it's just a matter of she's not on the Survivor Series card. So therefore, they're not focusing on her at the moment. It's not her time. It's not Toni time yet. Because they're preparing for Survivor Series. Which is a fucking laugh. Because this is about as bad a promotion for a major pay-per-view as I have ever seen from this company. So if they're preparing for Survivor Series, they're doing a piss-poor job of it. But this idea that, oh, well, it's not her time because she's not on the next pay-per-view. It hasn't been Toni time since July, when she debuted. How many months ago was that? It wasn't her time in July, in August, in September, in October, and apparently not November either. Shall we try for January, perhaps? Why was she even called up in the first place? Don't give me this shit, well, it's just not her time because she's not on this pay-per-view. 4 fucking months they could have been doing something with her. They chose not to. This has been a recurring problem since she first showed up on the main roster. Not because it's November and she's not on the November pay-per-view.